succeed. But what it does is you are giving them an opportunity to try, and and they will also have no regrets, later in life. If they've never tried, then there'll always be that doubt. Like if I had, if my parents had allowed me to pursue. Just imagine if, my father had, because I could have easily got into the best engineering or medical college on sports quota in those days. But, he said, it's up to you. If you want, go into academics or you want to pursue badminton. So I pursued badminton. And
what India got from this man next to me. There's not just what you got, but what we got as a country.
I'm not saying that everybody will succeed, but I think there will be two things. One is the child will have the satisfaction of having tried, and if they don't succeed, they will find something else. They are smart enough nowadays. They have a lot of options. So maybe it will be delayed by a year or two, and then you as parents, will have the satisfaction of having given them an opportunity to try.
Absolutely, sir.
So that is one of the life lessons which I've learned. So we applied the same thing to our daughter. When they grow up, Deepika and Anisha both, I never forced them to play badminton because from my experience, I knew that always you have to see what the child wants to do, not what the parents, like or parent want to do. So we allowed them. I told both my daughters, in case you choose to play badminton on your own, I'm there to support you, I'm there to help you, I'm there to guide you. But if you are passionate about something else, please go ahead and do it. But I will not be able to, or we or my wife will not be able to help you. You have to find your own way. And that's what they did. Initially, Deepika did play badminton until she was about 14 or 15. But sport was her second love. First love was always modeling and films and movies. So, at a very young age, she moved to Bombay. Just, she's come up on her own. We were there to only morally support her, entirely her own effort. And similarly, her second daughter, Anisha, was very passionate. She played multiple sports and finally decided to take up golf. She played golf professionally and represented India and played golf. So I think it will be the same with our granddaughter as well. I'm sure Deepika, having known from experience, and not only as parents, they will not force their daughter Dua to take up anything which they want. It will be entirely up to the child. If she chooses to play badminton, maybe I'll be there. If she chooses to go into movies, then they are there.
So for modeling also you can be there, sir. You are looking extremely fit and you haven't aged one bit. I see in front of me obviously a man who's achieved so much, but sir, in your eyes, when you talk about your family, when you talk about moments, there's a twinkle in your eyes, which really means that you're a really, really great achiever. You achieved so much in life, you have so much of happiness. I think that's the first mark of success in life, sir. Let's flash back. The young man on the court. Prakash, what made him the icon? What made him stand out, not just in the country, but in the world? You chose, I want to pursue this, I've got a passion for this. But passion alone is not enough. Then comes in performance, then comes in perseverance, and then somewhere down the line is success. What made you stand out?
Well, I think in any field, one thing is to have goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. But more importantly, how you go about achieving those goals. A lot of the people, just dream, just have goals. I want to become like this, I want to become a doctor or a musician or a dancer or a cricket player or a sports person or a scientist. But I think a lot depends on how much hard work you have to put in. There has to be dedication, discipline, determination, lot of patience. I think these are all common things to achieve international success. In any field, not in sports. So basically, this has been my journey. Maybe I was very disciplined. I was very patient. You know, trying to learn from my mistakes because I grew up at a time when there were hardly any facilities. We are talking of 60s when I started playing badminton at the age of 7. When there were no facilities at all. I used to play in a marriage hall. But one or two things, which really, which has really helped me not only just during my career but even otherwise. One was we never complained about lack of facilities. We were very happy with what we had. Like I said, we were playing in a marriage hall which was booked for 6 months in a year for marriages, and we could play only the remaining 6 months, but that too not at a stretch. But we never complained. We were happy with what we had, and the rest of the time we did something else. The second thing was there were not too many options. The only option was either you play for those 6 months or you don't play. There was no third option available. Go somewhere else, go study, or go to some other club or go to some other academy. Those options were not there. So in a way, I'm happy that we came up at a time when there were not too many options, so not just for myself, all the youngsters during my time. I think that has taught us a lot of good things. The value of time, value of money, value of so many things. So even now, if given a chance, I would still like to be born with all those challenges and not be provided everything on a platter.